Welcome, folks, to a world like no other I have ever seen before. And I do not say that in a cheerful, happy, or hopeful way. This world is a cursed one. Let me begin by saying that it is 99% salt water with isolated land masses, mostly small islands where finding a place to settle requires immense wealth and power. Wealth and power, only a select few hold. This inequality is a catalyst for corruption, crime, socio-political conflict, and chaos. Fresh water is a key resource that those with power learn to manage and profit from. The common folk, mostly humans, operate as pirates, navigating through the vastness of oceans, plundering anything and everyone they cross paths with. There are other races known to live in this world: elves, dwarves, orcs, goblins, lizard people, merfolks, shark-hyen, sea boats, sahuagan, undead, and many, many others. Seekers of truth and knowledge have a theory about how this unlikely world came to be. By studying the past and reading lost scriptures and ancient texts, they have concluded that it all began thousands of years ago with an unprecedented cataclysmic event. A powerful civilization of mages conjured a powerful spell that flooded the plane of existence in response to a threat they could not find a logical solution to. Others believe this world was created when a bottomless jar of mead tipped over and spilled for years on end until it was all flooded. They say that is why you can see foam in the ocean. The truth is that the world they know sits on the backbone of a gigantic turtle known as the Titan. This turtle spends its life traveling through the planes of existence. We know this is true because magic does not always behave the same way throughout time. The edge of the world is rumored to be a gigantic cliff that is crossed leads to certain death. Many factions have been established through the years in an effort to consolidate power and find a way to provide basic needs to its members. There's a very special place I haven't talked about just yet. The Center, a dangerous island in the middle of this world. It is rumored that a precious metal called mithril is formed from the mix of blood and sand, the blood of mythical creatures as they die and spill their precious blood on the sands. The dwarfs desire this precious metal, but the limited access to the island makes it difficult to obtain. The water around this island flows up as if the gravity was inverted. Now let's find out about some of the most important factions. The corsairs, a faction comprised of mostly humans, are known for their abundant and powerful battleship fleet. They tax everyone who dares to set sail on their oceans and will ask for the last tax receipt to verify they have paid their dues. 10% minimum. Those who cannot pay with currency are plundered and slaved as payment. They have a reputation of destroying entire settlements if they do not follow their rules. The Cold Beards. This faction is made up of mighty dwarfs who live in a giant iceberg that functions as their mine. The dwarf collective strategically chose the iceberg as their home since it gives them protection against the weather and dangers of the ocean. They were pleasantly surprised to find more than ice in their new home. They have found food and valuable resources like precious stones, rare metals, and magic crystals. They have put those resources to good use by creating magical weapons and armors, as well as trading with other factions for other resources not available to them. The Cold Beards and the Corsairs are not known to be friendly with each other, and they will protect their iceberg with all their might. The Brotherhood of Salt. This is a clandestine faction of rebels who resist the Corsairs and their beliefs. They are not known for their wealth, as most of them live in poverty, but they are a kind and welcoming faction who share the little they have with those in need. Their faction is made up of all the creatures and races you can think of. They live in small atolls isolated from the rest of the world. The Brotherhood members are excellent and fast sailors who specialize in guerrilla fight tactics against the Corsairs and to protect those who navigate the waters they believe are free. Even though they are not wealthy, they know how to secure funds to continue the fight against the corsairs, the independent pirates. They are not an official faction because they lack structure or hierarchy. The pirates are a constant threat to those who wish to navigate the waters. They are heartless and ruthless. Violence is all they know. They operate in small groups as conflict between captains arise when multiple ships are working towards a common goal. They do not hesitate to attack merchant or battleships and coastal towns. They pillage everything that crosses their way. Most people think they are ruthless and violent. There are others who have a different view as the pirates oppose the corsairs. Sometimes it is okay to be friends with my enemy's enemy. Orcs are common in a pirate's crew. The gnome faction. They are intrepid little characters that like to talk fast and spend most of their time tinkering and experimenting. There are two sub-factions whiting the gnome. Those who embrace genetic experimentation with the precious metal called mithril and call themselves the Society of Invention. And those who create special machines that can explore the bottom of the ocean. They call themselves the Syndicate of Construction. The two sub-factions have grown distant from each other as they do not agree on values or goal. The Sahuagan faction. Only the Sahuagan women are considered pure to channel the power of their deity, and as clerics have great power over their community. The leaders and rulers of the aquatic Sahuagan faction are the self-proclaimed mutant giant males that grow a second pair of arms. They are formidable opponents in battle, and the Sahuagan people bow before them. They turn into frenzy when they smell fresh blood. As followers of Sokola, they have a distant relationship with sharks, which they have trained for combat. They live in constant battle with the sea elves, their deadly enemies. The faction of the elves. This faction lives in the sky, and with the help of their magic, they have learned to condense the clouds into solid structures they can stand on and still float. They use giant ducks as their mounts, which take them from place to place. The elves seek purification of the oceans, and their goal is to release a mythical creature to erase the human waste from existence. The corsairs are their sworn enemies, but also have a special hate for their cousin, the sea elves. There are other factions that operate in this world, and we'll get to learn all about them as the story unfolds. For now, let's focus our attention on the night sky as a special event not seen in a millennia is about to happen. A bright red star glows strong on this night. This star is Karmisi and is an omen that lots of blood will be spilled tonight. Whose blood?